Hi everybody, Morgana Galaxia here. Welcome to my channel. I wanted to definitely do a reading today because, oh my God, we're right in the middle of it, aren't we? I mean, it's incredible. We finally had something happen that we've all been waiting for. Some actual information about Trump's taxes. Woohoo! Yeah, it's not, like the actual forms are published or anything, but I just got done reading the New York Times' piece. Very long, very thorough sort of overview of what they found in his taxes. They're going to be writing more articles in the coming weeks. But yeah, it's finally out. It's finally out. And 2 days before the first debate. Oh my God. Oh my God. So I want to take a look. Let's do some tarot reading. The first thing I want to look at is the taxes, right? Some questions around the taxes. And then I'm going to move on to the debate. So with the taxes, as terrible as it all is, the main question is, right, are you surprised? No, we're not surprised because I think we kind of already knew, right? I mean, we might not have known the details or the dollar amounts, but we knew that there was some shenanigans going in with the taxes and the overinflation and underinflation and just all kinds of shenanigans. So I guess I want to know, is this a bomb or is this gonna be a bust? Is this gonna be a bomb or is this gonna influence the election? Is this gonna change people's minds? Is this gonna really get to his supporters and make them look at him twice? Or is it gonna be like almost everything else, something that falls out of the news cycle in a couple days and nobody talks about it anymore? A bust. I have my personal opinion, but I really want to see what the cards have to say. So, cards, is this going to be a bomb or a bust? Is this going to impact the election and his voters and his base? Or is it just going to fall out of the news like everything else does? Let's take a look. All right. So, what's the actual situation here? Well, there has just been a major review of Trump's money. This is about as obvious a card as you can get. Review, money. You reap what you sow. And what is challenging this, or what is kind of core about this situation, is the tower. The foundation's cracking. It's all come tumbling down. Whew. Yep. So this is indicating major consequences for this information right off the bat. What is real about this situation is the Ace of Pentacles. This is all about the money. All about the money in every kind of way, right? Opportunities, handouts, losses, just all the shenanigans. The universe, this is like, I think of the Ace card as the palace of the suit, so the palace of money. It's all, this whole entire thing from A to Z, it's all about the money. So what is wrong about the situation with the Hierophant? What's wrong is, this is the government. This is that authority, right? The IRS, for example. What's wrong about this, honestly, is the tax code. None of this, well, obviously Trump's immorality is what really led to this situation. But it couldn't have happened without this crazy ass tax code that we all have, without the IRS not doing due diligence, without various government entities and departments not letting this go. What's messed up about this is that Trump isn't the only super wealthy person out there treating their taxes like this. Possibly he's the most egregious, but he's not the only one. We know that this is what the wealthy do, and it's because of our tax code and all the loopholes and all the laws. That is what's effed up about this situation, that he used faulty levers that were already in place, right, to get this done. The question mark, where do we need to go for more information? We have the Knight of Cups. So, the Knight, this is the healer. This is the Knight of Cups comes to us fairly, not quickly, but Knight of Cups comes to us with that cup of healing, of emotion. So where we need to go with this, where we need to go, I'm just feeling like these are all the people that are involved in all these transactions, right? Whether it's vendors, contractors, tax accountants, there are people who have information. There are people with information close to Trump or in his business world. That's where we can go for more information. Further than that, this is just going to be, the continuation of the investigations that are taking place, right? So Biden and his administration hopefully will make sure that these, investigations and everything roll forward so that justice can be served. Exclamation point. What action needs to be taken? The moon. It's interesting because the moon usually refers to, illusion and lies. So the action that needs to be taken really is to acknowledge, basically we're acknowledging that, right? I mean, all these taxes that are being reviewed, it's all about illusion and deceit and lies and just transfiguring things so you can't tell one thing from another, just all that illusion. That's going to have to be sorted through. The action we need to take is to sort through all of that. And that's not something lay people can do, right? That's what all those New York Times reporters and now even more, tax attorneys and tax specialists and all these people who know what they're doing, they're going to be digging. It's going to take a long time, right, to dig through all of that information and find out where the lies are and what the illusions were. So where I'm going with this is, yes, this card right here, right off the bat, is telling us that the results of this review of his finances is a tower moment. His foundation is cracking. It's all falling down. So yes, this is not going to be a bust. This is a bomb. This is a bomb. But also what we're seeing here is that this is going to take some time, because what you're dealing with are government, the government's tax policies. That's not something you can straighten out overnight. And Trump's, just widespread abuse of all of that, just in every way that he could muster, has created just so many layers of complexity to this illusion. This is going to be unrolling for quite a period of time. This is not something that is going to be a one-hit wonder. This is going to be entertaining us for weeks and months and years. So, Mr. Trump must be beside himself right now. Beside himself. And his kids too. His kids too. I'm gonna take a quick look maybe at the top three. Don Jr., Ivanka, Eric. Don Jr., Ivanka, and Eric. You know, they're executives in the Trump organization, managing projects across hundreds of different business entities. You know, the article even was describing how Ivanka basically got double paid, right? She got paid as an executive of the Trump organization, and then also got paid as a contractor, so Trump could deduct those contracting fees. So double dealing, and you know, all three of the children have, you know, that executive position. This is something all three of them do. So what was done with Ivanka, no doubt, was done with Eric and Dawn. Let's take a look. I'm curious as to how these three kids are feeling right now. How are they feeling right now? Dawn. Ivanka, and Eric. Okay, so I got this kind of spread out a little wide. I don't know if you're going to really be able to make it out, so I'll just show you. We'll start with Dawn. First off the bat, how's Dawn feeling right now? Ooh, high levels of anxiety keeping him up at night. He's scared shitless. He's scared. What's crossing him? Three of Pentacles, contracts and work that he has signed contracts for. So this is the work. This is the paper trail. These are the relationships, right, with vendors and entities and so forth. This is what's crossing him. And his outcome, Five of Wands, fighting. So there you go. High anxiety over these contracts and business shenanigans that he managed or was a part of, leading to nothing but fighting in his future. That's Don Jr. right there. I'll show them all in a row for you guys. Bloop, bloop, bloop. What am I doing here? There we go. That's Dawn. Ouch. So, second eldest child, Ivanka. We're going to start out. What's her basic situation? The lovers. So, she's in a special relationship. She's made a commitment. She's in some kind of an agreement with another party. So, this isn't necessarily her marriage to Jared. This could be the business tie that she has with her father. After all, she's the only Trump child serving with him in the White House. So I think this is her partnership with him in the White House. What's her challenge? The Star, which is, her challenge is hope and optimism. So she too is feeling the pressure, is feeling those negative things. She is challenged. She does not have hope. She does not have optimism for what's coming. She's extremely challenged. Her, outcome is strength. So this is indicating that she's going to put on a show of strength. This card also indicates patience. So she might simply try and tough this out and wait this out. Tough it out, wait it out. That's what this card is indicating for Ivanka. Not as, that the anxiety is here with this as her challenge, not as strong as it is for Donald Jr., but we know why, don't we? She is Daddy's favorite. She's Daddy's favorite. So, not as, intense, but clearly that negativity is there, and all she's going to do is try and bear it and wait it out. All right. Eric. Eric, his situation, he's feeling extremely burdened. He's carrying almost more than he can bear, and he's carrying it a bit awkwardly. He doesn't have the right footing to bear all this. At some point, it's going to come crashing down. He's carrying a really heavy load right now. What's opposing him is the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a deal. This is a deal or an offer that was made of finances, some money, a new opportunity. So, you know, I'm sure the Trump organization, there's a lot of that, right? There's a lot of financial opportunities. That's what the business does. They capitalize on different kinds of investments. But, as a new beginning, Eric is going to have to testify to SDNY prior to the election. That is a whole new step for him, right? A whole new chapter in his troubles going forward. So I think that's what we're looking at here. He's going to be called up in front of, I guess, whatever board or Senate or whatever congressional leaders he's going to be up, or I should say SDNY. He's going to be testifying. He's going to be airing that dirty laundry. And his outcome is the Page of Swords. So this is the beginnings of those legal repercussions. This is a whistleblower or someone coming to him with some news about an investigation. That sword is all about repercussions, right? So he's going to get some news. He's going to get some news. Either that or someone's going to turn on him and whistleblow him. But more than likely, he's just going to be subpoenaed, additionally, past what he's going to be doing before Election Day. Maybe documents are going to be pulled from him. This is indicating evidence, documents, news, things of that nature. So Eric is still in the midst of this investigation for Southern District of New York. So that's causing him anxiety, and he's going to have to testify, and whether he shows up or defies that subpoena, that's going to point to that Page of Swords and the repercussions for his behavior. Whew. So a lot of anxiety there. All three of them are certainly going to be implicated in these tax schemes. The overview of the article was mostly about Trump's personal taxes. It talked about the Trump organization as well, but it didn't go into those three siblings specifically. But they stated in that article they have those documents, they have all the related documents for all these businesses, and they'll be releasing more articles in the weeks to come. So there's going to be a lot coming out. I can't believe it's finally happening. I mean, we've been waiting for this tax information for so long, and thank God it came out before Election Day, right? So let's move on to the debates. All this coming out 2 days. 2 days before the debates. So this quickly just, can really devolve into what is wrong with the Democrats, because there's the hope and there's the fear. My hope is that Biden is going to clobber this guy. There's so much there for Biden to use against Trump in this debate. Is he going to have the guts? And is he going to say it as powerfully as he needs to? Or is he going to hem and haw and play the gentleman politician and really not drive it home like he needs to? So that's the fear with Biden, right? How dirty is he going to get? And it's not really dirty because these are the facts. He's got the ammunition now. Is he going to use it? Is he going to use it? So, Spirit, I want to look at the debates. Show me Biden's performance. Show me Biden's performance in this debate. Show me Biden's performance in this debate. Biden. Let's take a look at Biden. If he does what he needs to do. I'm going through these a little quickly today because there's lots of different questions to be asked. I wanted to get through some stuff. So, how's Biden going to perform during this debate? Well, right off, he's got an agreement with someone. He's consulting with someone. He's got a commitment with someone. From what I'm seeing here is this is Biden basically preparing for his debates. He's talking to partners. He's talking to Kamala. He's doing everything he needs to do to be fully prepared for his part of this debate right here. What he's challenged with here is this three of Swords. So there's some heartache. There's heartache here that is challenging him. And I think what this is going to be referring to is that Trump is going to attack Hunter Biden. So, this was the whole Ukraine thing, right? Trump was trumping up these false charges against Hunter Biden with this Ukrainian company. It was all a bunch of crap. But this is the son that Biden lost. So that's got to be incredibly heartbreaking, right? To have your beloved son's name dragged through the dirt to hurt you during this presidential run. So yes, it's going to be tough. It's going to be emotionally challenging for Biden to suffer that. So what do we know? What's, in the sky over this situation is the Seven of Wands. So he is going to be defending himself. He's going to be fighting and he's going to be defending himself. But what this card indicates is that he has the upper hand. He has the elevation. He's fighting from a higher elevation. He'll be able to fend off the attacks on him. What is below the reading, unconscious or unknown, what's foundational is the King of Wands. So what this is indicating to me is this is Biden's profound familiarity with the presidency, with an administration, with legislation, with being in the White House. He knows, right? He was our vice president for 8 years, so many years in the Senate. He's completely experienced with a strong foundation of knowledge and action in his career that he is going to rest on during these debates. So he's a formidable opponent because he holds a lot of experience and knowledge. Biden just came through a period of some anxiety. And I think, again, this harkens back to that whole Ukrainian Hunter Biden on the board of that gas company, just that mudslinging for his deceased son, all very heartbreaking. But just in addition to that, Trump plays dirty, right? He plays dirty. That's got to be causing some anxiety. Plus, what other else might be going on in Biden's life. On if he's having issues with his health, or if he's just tired or what have you, he has been suffering some anxiety. But moving forward, you know, he's going to be moving forward into a lot of investigation. In other words, I see him wielding these investigations. So I would say, as president, it's going to be up to him to hunt down Trump and all his cronies and hold him accountable for everything that he's done. So that's the justice there with that sword. So this is something he's going to be moving into. It's going to be on him. And I'll tell you, Democrats are going to be putting the pressure on him. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. The pressure on him to not soften out, don't wimp out, don't take, you know, that famous higher, oh, well, we just want to heal and move on, and then never hold anybody accountable. Justice doesn't get served that way. People are crying out for justice, and Biden's going to be responsible for that. How he sees himself with these upcoming debates is the sun. So he sees himself as the light. And he even said that really point blank in one of his interviews or one of his conversations, that he is the light. Trump represents the darkness. This is a choice between the dark and the light. He is the light. You know, those of us who might be in these sort of spiritual or divinatory or New Age communities understand very clearly what that means. That's how he sees himself. He's the light. He's the hope. He will shine the light on the darkness. He will uncover what has been hidden. He will bring hope and optimism back to all of us. So, environmentally, the influences that are around him right now is a celebration. The Three of Cups. So this is celebratory. This is joy and happiness. This is those of us who are still celebrating his nomination, Kamala's selection as vice president. We're counting down the days, right, till Trump leaves office. The end is nigh. You know, we can see the end of the road. We're all waiting with bated breaths, just so excited for this new administration to come into being and for us to start righting this ship. So this is the excitement behind that new Biden, you know, this possibility of a Biden presidency and that healing that he's going to bring us. And you know, that's his hope right here with the Knight of Cups. That's his hope. He's going to be the healer. He's going to ride his white horse in, rescue the nation, restore honesty and civility and morality and all those virtues, and start healing us as a country. Oh, we need that so bad. And for the outcome is the Queen of Wands. You know, I think this is Kamala as vice president, spearheading that that what I was just talking about a couple minutes ago, about having to really make sure that the people in the Trump administration who've done all these things that they've done are held to account, right? That justice is served. This is Kamala right here. She's going to be sitting on that throne, spearheading that initiative. She's the one, even more than Biden, who's going to be making sure that all these people get tracked down. Everyone who disregarded their subpoenas, everyone who didn't show up to testify when they were supposed to, right? All those who made shady deals with others, or, you know, all the financial shenanigans, you know, the people who dumped money into Trump's properties to help fund him as president, all these kind of people, this is the queen that's going to be chasing them down. So I'm glad that's the outcome and not the hope right there, because that was really my feeling with Kamala. And I really think that this is part of the reason Biden selected her. And I told one of my viewers too, I'm like, Kamala, she's a lion. She's got so much righteous anger behind her, propelling her forward. She has every right, every instinct, and every willingness to bring these people to justice. Bring these people to justice. All right. So that's Biden. And overall, as far as how I think he's going to do in the debates, yes, I think that he is going to use this tax information to wound Trump. How could he not? His self-intent is good. And with, I think, Kamala being in that outcome card, I think they're going to win this election. So I also want to look at Trump, of course. Look at Trump. And you know what I really want to know is he going to freak? Is he going to friggin' snap? I could see it, right? I could see it. If Biden doesn't spare his words, if Biden is strong enough and really goes after Trump with this, I really could see Trump just flipping out, just freaking out right there on the stage, right in the middle of the debate, just losing his you know what, just losing it. He almost lost it when he debated with Hillary. You remember when Hillary called him a Russian puppet, and he was just like, I'm not a puppet, you're a puppet. If Hillary could do that to him back then, he is primed to explode, people. Primed to explode. And that was 4 or 5 years ago. Everything about him has declined since then. His health, his coherence, his vocabulary, his thinking skills. I mean, he's just out of it. So show me Trump. Show me Trump's performance in this debate tomorrow. Trump. Donald Trump's performance in tomorrow's debate. Show me Donald Trump's performance. Okay, let's see. Donald Trump. Oof. Oof. Oh, Nelly. All right. It's pretty much all laying right here. So Trump's performance, right off the bat, what represents Trump? The death card. Oh, the death card. So this is the end for him. This is the completion of a cycle. This is a transformation. You know, it's like the caterpillar has to die for the butterfly to emerge. But this is the caterpillar dying. This is the end. This is the death. So right on. It's not a great card, right? What's challenging him? He's already distracted. He's already looking somewhere else. He's looking towards his future to move on. You know, he's already looking across the shores to move on. He wants out of there. He's making plans to get on out. His mind is elsewhere. He's going to be distracted. He's not going to be on game. He's not going to be on game tomorrow. He's got this tax situation and everything else that's going on has spun him for a loop. You could see his back is to us. He's just not there. What is in the sky overriding this situation is the Ten of Pentacles which is family money. All right. So this for Trump is the Trump organization money. This is the taxes. This is that New York Times article that just came out. This is him exposed. All his family financial money exposed. He's exposed. What's foundational to this reading, what might be unknown with this Page of Swords, is that this again is that whistleblower. This is that information. That this is like an attack of information. So I think that this is kind of telling us that yes, there's going to be people coming out talking about this. There's going to be people coming out. There might even be some testimony called, some documents, some evidence. This is the documents, you know. This New York Times article basically explained a broad overview of what they found in all of that trove of documents. So, you know, Trump is moving from being an emperor, right? That's what he wants to be. He wants to be the dictator, the oligarch, the, you know, he wants to be the U.S. Putin, right? This is him and his dreams of being an emperor. Not just dreams. This is what he's been living. The last 4 years in this country is him being a wannabe emperor to the country. But look what's on the other side of that. This is what he's moving into, the devil. So his ties to the devil, all of his sins, all of his wrongs, all of his addictions, all of his criminality, all of it is coming smack in his face. Absolutely, the devil is in front of him. This is what he's walking right into right here. So I am asking about the debates here. So this is definitely indicating to me that however nice or not nice about it that Biden is, he is going to bring the devil into Trump's face. He's going to throw it in his face. How does Trump see himself in this situation? He sees himself as the Ace of Swords. This is Trump. This right here is Trump going, I know more than the generals do. I know more than anybody else does. I know better than everybody else. I have the best ideas. I'm the greatest. I'm the bestest. Everything I do is huge, right? This sword is a sword of knowing, right? So this intellect is the intellectual, right? That's the intelligence. This is your mind. He falsely believes that he's the genius, right? He's a stable genius. This is him thinking he's a stable genius. That's hilarious. However, just like his kids, this environment around him of contracts and business dealings and his working relationships with contractors and what have you, he's in it. He's in it. I mean, he is basically going to be drowning in this kind of information, all his financials, all his, real estate holdings, and all of his licensing agreements. That's all he's about, and that's all we're going to be hearing about for a while. His fear, of course, is that he's going to be tossed in jail. He's scared that he's going to be bound up, confined, arrested, jailed, or if not that specifically, he's worried about losing his money, of losing everything he's got, of being boxed in and attacked and just confined and unable to move in his world, unable to continue doing his business, unable to continue living his life. He is scared. Honestly, he's scared of the repercussions to his person of his actions. And the outcome with the Five of Swords is abuse of power. So he is going to do everything he can to defend himself. And it's going to be brutal. And it's going to be unethical. And everyone involved in this fight with him is going to be disgusted. It's just, this is the down lowest, dirtiest fighting that you can have. And so since we are asking about the debate tomorrow, we can expect him to just do what he does best, right? Run his mouth, tell a bunch of lies, be savage, cruel, lie. He's going to use every sword in his tool belt to win this vicious, unethical battle tomorrow. So we can expect him to get ugly, real ugly. This is going to be quite a showdown. Quite a showdown. And, you know, there's not a lot of people who can run their mouth like Trump can, who get away with the stupidity that he gets away with the cruel attacks he gets away with the nonsensical, not making, just the incoherence that he gets away with. Biden's not going to get away with that. Trump gets away with it. You know, I'm really hoping that Biden is strong. Okay. Who's going to win this debate? Who is going to win this debate? Because there's some interesting dynamics. You know, you have this person who by all accounts is a good man, highly emotional, lot of love in his life, very respected, very ethical, a gentleman, versus the carnival barker, the con man, the bully, the big mouth, completely amoral, right? But people like that, they cheat and they have tricks up their sleeve. So who's going to win this debate? Who is going to win this debate? Biden versus Trump. Biden versus Trump. Biden versus Trump. Big matchup. Biden versus Trump. Spirit, show me who's going to win this debate. Biden is suffering a lot of anxiety. He's worried. He's worried about this debate. He knows that Trump's base don't care about anything. He knows that Trump is unhinged and can attack him in ways that he doesn't expect. He knows there's no guarantee. So this is saying, yeah, he's got some anxiety about this. But he's going to go out there on that stage. You know, I'm not going to say he's going to go out there and be a fool, but he's kind of stepping into the unknown with this debate. He doesn't know what to expect, what kind of behavior to expect. He's really out there like the fool, starting this journey without a lot of information. You know, it's kind of when you start something, you don't know how it's going to turn out. But the result of this with the high priestess are secrets being revealed. Secrets being revealed. So Biden is going to be going through these secrets that are revealed. So, and that surely is going to be twofold. It's going to be the secrets of, the Trump tax information that we just read about in the New York Times article, as well as all the accusations and garbage that Trump's going to be throwing at him regarding Hunter Biden and Ukraine. So that's going to be a big deal for him tomorrow. But I think overall, well, let's get to Trump right here. Trump, he's going to be slinging a lot of arrows. He's going to be slinging a lot of these arrows, and he's also going to be receiving a lot. There's going to be a lot coming at him really, really fast. This is Trump. I'm sorry. This is Biden throwing these at Trump right here. So this is incoming to Trump tomorrow during the debates. Again, what's challenging him is he's not in the game. His thoughts and his attention are elsewhere. He's going to be distracted. And with his result again being the devil, his payment to the devil's coming due. So, this is about as negative as you can get. And if I'm asking, if these are the outcome cards here, if I'm asking who's going to win this debate, Biden's got the upper hand. He's got the secrets. This is not just secrets. The high priestess has wisdom. She has wisdom to know what cards to show and what cards to hold, right? This is the wisdom holder. This is the evil one. This is the evil one. So I think that is going to be apparent tomorrow during the debate. I think that we're going to see these men for who they are. Joe Biden is going to be the one with the wisdom, with knowledge, and with information to give. And Trump's the devil. He's the devil. So that's how I'm reading them together. What else we want to know about this debate? Is this going to be the only one? Let's see. I think I'm going to do another reading. So let's look at this debate in a little bit different way. Is this debate going to decide the election? Is this debate going to decide the election? What the heck is going to happen after this debate? What's going to be the repercussions? What are we going to see? What's going to, this debate is tomorrow. What's the week after going to look like? Let's take a look at the week after the debate. What is the repercussions of this debate? Just a little short spread here. So the repercussions of this debate with the King of Swords, this is your investigators. So congressional hearings, FBI, SDNY, all of those entities that open and manage investigations are already, I bet you they're already at work, right, due to this tax article that came out. So this is going to be a huge deal moving forward into next week. The challenge is this brutal battle, this abuse of power, the corruption, the disgust of it all, all these bad actors, all these horrible people who, that were in this situation. So this is the challenge, right? Is the abuse of power. And how's it going to end? It's going to end with a downfall. It's going to end with a downfall. And there's only one person who is primed for a downfall, and that is Donald Trump. this might be it. This might be it. So, viewers, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. Right in between these two crazy events, right? This huge article we've all been waiting for. It's finally here. And then tomorrow, these debates. I know we're all going to be tuned into that and watching that. And I'll talk to you soon after. But again, thanks for viewing my channel. I appreciate every single one of your views. Like it if you liked it. I'd love if you subscribed. If any of you want to leave me any comments, I'd love to read those as well. And that's it. So we'll see you in a couple days, okay? Take care, everybody. Bye.